What's up, everybody? It's Jace here from Film Fanatic Productions. Thank you all so much for coming to my channel today. So today, we are continuing my ongoing series to watch every single Disney classic film in celebration of the Walt Disney Company's 100th anniversary, which happens in just a few days now on Monday, the time this is published. So yeah, today we are watching The Adventures of ICHABOD and Mr. Toad, and this is actually a very important one because this one is the final one of the 1940s package films that Walt Disney Company produced. And after this one, we'll get into Cinderella, we'll get into Peter Pan, we'll get into Alice in Wonderland, so many of the classic ones in the 50s that made the 50s a really iconic time for the Walt Disney Company. But this one is actually a two-parter of two very well-known stories. So the first part of it is called The Wind in the Willows, which is based on the 1908 novel by Kenneth Grahame, and the second part is second one is based on the legend of Sleepy Hollow by American author Washington Irving, and that's a very well-known story, iconic one in American literature and in American storytelling. And that one I'm really excited for because I'm really excited to see how they tell the story of Sleepy Hollow. And yeah, I've never seen this one. This is my first time ever watching this one, so I'm very excited to see this one. This one actually has two of the narrators. Both these are actually some very well-known people. So the narrator for the first one is Basil Rathbone, and the narrator for the second one is none other than Bing Crosby himself. Such a momentous person in American entertainment and culture that influenced so many people during his time and after his time, even today. So I'm so glad it's interesting to see him because I never knew he was in any Disney film, but he's a narrator in this one too. So, and in fact, he's doing the Sleepy Hollow one. Makes me so excited for that when we get to that one too. But yeah, so this is The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Let's jump right into it today, and I'll see you guys soon with my first reactions.
Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Ichabod.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Ichabod, Ichabod, Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Join in the merry mad adventures and escapades of that rich, reckless, uproarious rake, the magnificent Mr. Toad and his crazy cronies, Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole, as they step out of the pages of Kenneth Grahame's hilarious tale, The Wind in the Willows, as told by that inimitable storyteller, Basil Rathbone. For a rollicking ride through Sleepy Hollow, Walt and Bing bring to laughable, colorful light Washington Irving's exciting legend, with that awkward schoolmaster, Ichabod Crane.
Ichabod may be quaint, maybe odd, and maybe he ain't. Anyway, there's no complaint from Ichabod, Ichabod Crane.
Ichabod Crane, daring, reckless, losing his heart to Katrina the cutie, and his head when pursued by the hair-raising headless horseman.
Alright then. Okay, so that was The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. So yeah, that was a fun film. I think I like the Ichabod and the Ichabod part and the Sleepy Hollow part more than the Mr. Toad part. But the Mr. Toad one had some great things as well. It was an adaptation of Kenneth Grahame's his novel that he wrote back in 1908, and that was pretty solid first act of this film, and kind of age-old stories about how greed and how wealth can corrupt someone. And Mr. Toad was obviously kind of that person too. And I did like the setting of England. Looks like it's late part of the 19th, early part of 20th century. It was actually an interesting setting too. It was especially fun. It was a fun story. It had some my life morals too, but also some interesting fun was in there too. But that one actually was was a pretty modest story. It wasn't trying to do anything new in terms of visually striking. It was just told straight. And it was actually an interesting story to listen to, and I did enjoy that one. But I think I liked ICHABOD. I liked the ICHABOD and Sleepy Hollow part more, because I love Sleepy Hollow. But that one actually was a little bit of a slow build too. It wasn't as dramatized as obviously such as the movie or the sort of series is. If you guys have seen the Sleepy Hollow the series, but this one actually was the ICHABOD one. It was a very slow burn, but obviously we learn more about ICHABOD Crane, who is the main character of the story, basically all the way up to the point where he faces the headless horseman too, and on that fateful Halloween night. In the 1700s. So yeah, that was actually it ended on a very, very high note. I did enjoy the ending of it too. It was very kind of mysterious how the story goes. And obviously visually very striking too at the end with the headless horseman, the colors and the red in there too, and red eyes of the horse, and obviously no head the headless horseman. And it was very well done, the animation for them too. And obviously I did enjoy much the narration of Bing Crosby that we got to listen to, and that was just fantastic. I'm so glad that I didn't know that he was actually in a Disney film. This one right here, it's in ICHABOD, Mr. Toad. So he has obviously he sung the songs in that part too. So he did some songs too. The Hell's Horseman part that he voiced was actually a really interesting one to listen to, and I really did enjoy that one. That was a really fun one to watch too. Also the music in this one too. This entire both sections, it was all composed by Frank Charles and Charles Wilcott. So bedrock in the early part of the Walt Disney Company. And yeah, they did almost all the scores in this entire lineup that we've seen so far. So this is the 11th video in the animated feature series of all the Walt Disney Company. So yeah, they did a very good job there too, and it was a fun one too. And I think it's a little bit hidden gem. I liked it. It was overall pretty nice one, and a good way to end the Disney featurette series that happened during the early and up to late 40s, 1949. But next up will be Cinderella, the big Cinderella, the one that really got things going for Walt Disney Company in the golden age of the 50s. So end of a one era, as we'd say, but it was a fun era. These 6 films that we watched, Sluice Amigos, Three Caballeros, Make Mine Music, Fancy and Fun and Fancy Free, Melody Time, and Adventures of ICHABOD and Mr. Toad. It was very fun. Actually, I enjoyed it. There were some moments that, or some of these films, Make Mine Music, that weren't the best ones to watch. Weren't the most engaging, I should say, in terms of my enjoyment. Some things were repetitive too, but interesting enough, actually. So on that note too, I would like to note that I was looking into this, and actually a lot of these films were almost interchanged with each other. It's funny because I think ICHABOD Mr. Toad was supposed to be with I think it was maybe Fun and Fancy. One of the stories with Mickey and the Beanstalk from Fun and Fancy Free, that was supposed to be in there with there. I think that Mr. Toad was supposed to be, and a little mixing and matching, but they eventually did get things together in order too. But I think overall during this wartime period for the Walt Disney Company, for all the headwinds they faced and all the challenges they faced, losing most of their animators to the war, being drafted into the war, having to make propaganda films for the U.S. government, all the work, all the challenges they faced. It was actually, I think it was they made the most of it, and they did persevere through the war, and then it came stronger because out of this one, these films these ones that we watched, they allowed Cinderella, they allowed Alice in Wonderland, they allowed Peter Pan, Lady the Tramp, and Sleeping Beauty, all the good ones of the 50s to occur. Disney to start really taking off too. And also, there's a lot of good little Easter eggs we saw in these films that we'll see in these next few films we're going on too. But yeah, just a legacy. And man, this has been an ambitious week, and it's ending off on a good note. And I really do thank you guys for watching. If you guys have watched all 5 of these videos, it's been really ambitious for me when I try to do it. Literally cramming in, well, not cramming in, but just doing, I guess it is cramming in, but doing more videos in a week than I've done the past 8 months of doing this series. So I was like, man, what if I did this, just put in effort, put in the hard work, just watch these films and just celebrate the 100th anniversary of Disney. We still got another one right before that's going to be premiering on Monday, the Cinderella one. Hopefully, I'm going to try to make that one a memorable one for this channel, hopefully, if I can if I have the time, I can just make that one a nice one to help celebrate, because that is one of the peaks of Walt Disney, and that'll be the 12th film in this series. So yeah, hope you guys tune in next Monday on October 16th for the 100th anniversary of Disney, and I hope you guys also celebrate too, and remember and think about all that Disney has done for you in your lives. And yeah, it's been a great time. I've enjoyed it too, watching all 6 of these ones too, since Los Amigos, on too. And I think the one I like the most. I think it's gotta be 3 Caballeros. That one was such a fun ride. Getting babies, we got introduced to Jose Caracoa. I think he was the character that made it all in the 3 Caballeros, and also Donald Duck too. And but just they're a fun trio, and they're fun, and then we have Panchito too. They really made it, and the sequences are so well done, musically, the visually, and just a showcasing of Latin American culture, and it was a nice touch, and they really leave a mark on me, and I did enjoy that. So I think the 3 Caballeros was the best one of these package ones for me, and it was a really fun one to enjoy. And yeah, I hope you guys go watch that one too, because that was nice film. Alright then, so we made it to end this video, guys. I thank you guys so much for watching, and watch Sticky Style, as I said before, if you made it to the end, and watch all 5 of these videos done this week. Or also, you can look at some ones we done while you're waiting for the one on Monday. You can look at some of my earlier ones when I did Dumbo and Pinocchio and Los Amigos and Sleeping Beauty, my very first, not Sleeping Beauty, sorry. When I did Fantasia, and then I did before that when I did Snow White. Sleeping Beauty will come later. That'll be fun one to watch as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and always remember, become a film fanatic. And always remember, become a film fanatic. A film fanatic. Film fanatic.